Every day, about 37 people in the United States die in a drunk driving accident, per the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. 37 people with families, friends, and some with children. 37 preventable deaths. One of my relatives died in a drunk driving accident years ago, and her close family mourns her every day. Her death was completely preventable, and none of her friends and family should be suffering the loss of the potential of her life. I'm going to tell you about the damage of drunk driving and persuade you to make informed decisions and support students against destructive decisions so that you can save the lives of you and your peers. I will discuss the risks of drunk driving and ways that you can avoid it. Per the NHTSA, at a BAC of 0.08, you have reached the legal limit and cannot operate a vehicle at any level above that. At 0.08, you will experience reduced coordination, short-term memory loss, reduced information processing, and impaired perception. These things may not seem severe in the moment. However, take a moment to consider a time that you were driving in daylight and sober where you got into an accident or someone was driving recklessly around you and you had to react quickly. It also does not just have to be your driving. Other people on the road also may be distracted on their phones, eating, talking, or not being focused on the road in general. And if you encountered one of those people while you were driving drunk, your reaction time is slowed and you run more of a risk of being in an accident. This can still result in a DUI even if you were not at fault originally. A DUI is also not exclusive to driving either. If you just fell asleep in your car after a night out, you face the potential of getting a DUI just being in a position to potentially operate the vehicle. Drunk driving may seem convenient initially, but it can come with many risks. Even a first offense could come with potential jail time, suspension of license, and a large fine. In the worst case scenario, the death of you, someone you know, or an innocent person in your path. For a first-time offense in South Carolina, you could face a fine of up to $400, up to 30 hours in jail, and a suspension of your license for 6 months. Like I said before, the worst-case scenario, you could crash your car and kill yourself, someone you know, or someone in the wrong place at the wrong time. You may think these things would never happen to you, but it only takes once. However, there are ways to avoid it. A good way to avoid the temptation of drunk driving is to have a safe plan home before you start drinking. This could include a variety of things, like calling a friend to drive you home, having a designated driver established before you start drinking, or having a plan to walk home. Additionally, 2 other good ways to avoid drunk driving are using rideshare apps and public transportation. Rideshare apps and public transportation are easy ways to avoid drunk driving or getting in the car with someone under the influence. Rideshare apps are platforms where you can order a driver to take you home or to your next destination. These apps have many safety features for the rider and the driver, so you do not need to worry about not knowing your driver. Uber and Lyft are very popular options, especially on college campuses. And if the cost of an Uber or Lyft is what tempts you to drive drunk, think about how much taking the life of another would actually cost you. There are many organizations to support that advocate against drunk driving. Students Against Destructive Decisions is a student-led prevention programming charity to encourage students and young adults to make informed and healthy decisions, including advocating against drunk driving. You can support them by donating, encouraging those around you to make informed decisions, share their message, or even become a peer and mentor younger people that are interested in joining the organization. There are many disadvantages to drunk driving beyond what I discussed. You could cause permanent damage to your life or another's life for a short period of convenience. There are many disadvantages to drunk driving beyond what I discussed. You could cause permanent damage to your life or another's life for a short period of convenience and lack of thought. Drunk driving is a serious issue, so know your state's laws, drink responsibly, understand the risks, take action to avoid the cost, and support those who support you, like the Students Against Destructive Driving Decisions program. Before you choose convenience, think about the life that you could potentially destroy.